Hey guys, it is Zig Total War here. We are playing Rome 2 Total War. Let's pause a moment. I skipped the marching forward. All that's happened so far, let me catch you up. This is a 2v2. I played as Sparta. My ally played as the Germanic tribes. I don't want to call them Swaby. I just did, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So, we're just going to call them the Germanic tribes. As he marched forward, he had a lot of attacks coming out of these woods around here, out on his right flank, which he warded off pretty easily. His troops do have a bonus in wooded areas, so that does help him quite a lot with dealing with those ambushes. Over here, I am currently moving up 2 units of Spartans and 1 unit of Peltast to make a preemptive strike on where I assume Macedon's forces. I had no idea where the Iceni were, but it looks like I found them instead. So let's go ahead and speed this up, get to the meat of the battle a bit quicker. This battle was rather long. I think that... oh no, there's only 8 minutes left. Okay, cool. I thought that was counting up and not down. And so right here, I'm going to start engaging with these guys. I sent a unit of cavalry up to just charge them. I'm not sure what I was really thinking. Maybe I was hoping to shock them. I have no idea. Either way, I wasn't really thinking of that cavalry strike, obviously. But the good thing about Spartan units is that they hold lines really fucking well. They are very defensive and they have great morale. You can use 2 of these guys to hold off 4 units of an enemy. So it was pretty convenient for me to have those 2 up there, especially covering my allies. It's not going to be his flank right now, but in a few moments he's going to move his line up next to my Spartans, and I kind of created an offensive front for him to move to. At this point, he's moving cavalry in from my left flank. I sent out some Tarentine cavalry, which are spear-throwing riders, out to meet them, kind of harass them. I have 3 more units of Spartans moving up on my left flank as well, which I'm going to kind of move around as I see enemies pop out. I was kind of indecisive with where I wanted to move them, but it worked in the end. I could have done it better. I sent in a fresh unit of Spartans here to get up and kind of back these guys up, because I expected more units to come in and attack this group right here. And these really are the most important group that I use, because they hold this line right here as well as create a front for my ally. As long as I cover my ally's left flank, we can win this due to his fucking huge army. Because the mistake our enemies made is they kind of split themselves up. They wanted to focus on ambushes and guerrilla tactics, and when you're going against Sparta for one, which focuses on line tactics, you don't want to do that. But of course they ambushed my ally instead of me, and my ally was using line tactics. Another thing is with Macedon's not really made to ambush. They're more made to, like Sparta, keep themselves together for morale and for, defense and shit. It ain't rocket science. So, as you can see, this line is still holding up pretty damn well, considering all the stress they're under. What's happening is that if they sent in more units at once instead of 1 at a time, they probably could have broken this line a lot quicker than they got close to doing. Over here, I'm sending these guys up slowly to reinforce whatever needs to be reinforced. I was originally planning to just move them up alongside of this unit right here, but seeing his chariots come in, I'm going to kind of angle these 3 to kind of... I'm not sure if you can see my mouse. If you can see my mouse, that's going to help me a lot more. So if you can't, I apologize. Now, I've been focusing on what I've been doing mostly because I can't tell what my opponent was thinking, or not my opponent, my ally. I can't get into his head and say what he was thinking. He did a good job of doing what he did, though. Again, as he was marching along and moving up to the front that I created up here, he was being hit on his right side a lot, just by strings of units. Had they been a charge all at once and organized, maybe that would have worked. But again, my enemy just kind of mixed up their units together and kind of, I don't know how to describe it. They just had this weird formation mix of their units. They didn't have them all together as a single army. Like they kind of wanted to put some Macedonian units here, some Britannia units over here. And when you have your army spread out like that, it's hard to micromanage them all together. Oh, cinematic view, let's see what's going on. I have no idea. Holy shit, what just happened? Okay, well that cinematic view lasted a good long while. Now over here, with these 3 that I moved up on my left flank, this is where I start making a mistake. instead of keeping them on a single line, I split them up and I have them kind of take them one by one. They still hold up okay because Spartans have great fucking defense, but it would have been much better if I'd kept them on a single line like I had on the right side over here. In the back you can see my missile unit just throwing spears into the bunch of them. Oh, my mouth is a little dry, I apologize. Now, in a moment, you're going to see something very strange. I'm going to speed up the battle because what's happening right now is my ally is kind of swinging around and closing in on these last units that Macedon has, as well as a few units that Icene has in between us. Over here, I'm holding Icene off. Those heroic units of theirs, the Spear Band and Heroic Nobles, could really hurt my ally if he got over there to him. So holding this line was pretty good for the battle, but again, my ally pretty much carried the day. So we're going to speed up, and hopefully you can see what I was talking about a second ago. Alright, let's slow down. I hate what that does to my FPS. So he's going to have a band of cavalry over here. And he's going to come after my missile units, which are going to throw spears at him. And I want you to watch, because with all these spears going into him, it's not going to show it right now, but over the course of them chasing these guys down, a good amount of spears goes into them, and they don't start losing men until they're exhausted. I'm not sure if that was a specific skill they had or what was going on. Speaking of skills, Spartans are also great for holding lines due to their ability, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it instantly refreshes them. If they're exhausted, as long as this ability's up, they are fresh. You see? It kind of toggled there. I think that ability was just running out. Maybe if I mouse over... nah. But despite being unorganized as shit over here, they're able to hold that line relatively well. Meanwhile, I have the units I had on my right flank just kind of resting in case I need them. Which, having a refreshed unit of infantry halfway through the battle, that's going to change the course of battle if you need it to. Like, that shit can do you wonders. Alright, now see, check this out. Companion cavalry coming over here to charge. These guys are going to throw their little spears at them. Alright, let's just watch. No, those guys are going to throw their spears at them. So all those spears go flying in. How many cavalry comes out? 80. Not a single guy lost. How does that make sense? I'm not so sure. Now, I was watching this replay earlier and it paused around this moment, so if it does that again, I apologize and I'll just upload it as it is. I'll sum up what happened if it does freeze itself. There are a lot of glitches to work through. That's a usual Total War release for you, which is why I'm not too worried about it. So over here, still trying to hold these guys off. I mean, there's nothing to worry about at this point, seeing as how my ally still has great numerical advantage over our enemy. I couldn't see shit throughout the battle due to all these fucking bushes, or trees, or whatever the fuck they are. This was the Battle of Hoarse. I'm not shitting you, it was called the Battle of Hoarse. And I still find that funny. Over here he's going to bring his units in. Yeah, see, Icene's routing right here. So that's about gone. Up here I have... what is going on up here? Oh, okay. A routing unit of Spartans. And I think the battle just froze. I think this was when we won, actually. I'm not quite sure. Because everyone started retreating, I think. And that won the battle for us. But an issue that Macedon, I just noticed, they let themselves chase my broken units out of the map when they could have reinforced their line over here. Overall, the battle was won just through good line tactics. Had these guys, and by these guys I mean my opponent, not spread themselves out so much, they probably would have had a better chance of winning. So I hope to do a lot more of these. Hopefully a lot of the glitches will be fixed soon, and people can enjoy the game a bit more. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.